Hey everyone, it's Hutton Squibey here, and we're doing Boardroom to Booth, and I'm meeting people who are doing interesting things in the music industry. This is for the Mallorca sessions for the Garden Club that's opening this year, and today we are meeting. What's your artist name?
Max, Marty's name is Illuminati.
Great, Max, and great name, Illuminati. Where does that come from?
Yeah, this name is coming from Latin, which is Illuminatis, which means like someone enlightened. And just like got the name, it is Illuminatis, obviously to make it more modern. I would say, but like Illuminati. But just you look around, the website on the net, you can find Illuminati like a some group on this side in 70s. So it's something that is tricky, and the name can be like create questions
Yeah,
can stick in the mind of the people. That's why I choose that one.
I understand. Drama on the dance floor. I see drama on the dance floor. It's a new song, because it is quite a dramatic name, and it did having sort of so many people applied to come and play Mallorca, and like your name does stand out, right? Because it's quite big and
Yeah,
dramatic.
that's exactly my point. It's something that if you don't like it or you like it, but at least just it remain impressed, to the people's mind. Again, where this comes from, definitely is from life. But again, just to even connected the 70th century or the secret societies, it's something. It's something that it can be. That's the main purpose.
Very good, very good. How do you get into DJing, Illuminati?
Yes, the DJing. I've been DJing for a lot of times. During the 90s. I started DJing right at the late 80s. Uh, Obviously, there was very local. Was in Rome. And then I started to teach in club in Rome, around Rome. There's up to, let's say, early 2000. So that's, so for probably was 15 years, so DJ, and obviously we viral. And then I stopped for a while, even if because, just let's say the DJ in life, I don't know, at that time it was pretty tough because, every time you need to travel, bring your stuff on the fly case with the records, and it's not easy. Like, so it means like every time you need to pick up the right record wrong, really failed your gig.
Yeah,
So, that one it's completely different from what it is now because you have probably 2,000 songs in your gig.
USB. Yeah,
You probably carry out 150 to 100 records and carry over, just going, just to the gig, take all this back to you, then playing. And after that, just you need to take all this record back to the car, because there were the problem because people they were stealing your record, especially just the one. So you need to take care about all this stuff. And after 15 years of doing this, I said, look, just probably I need to quit. But now it's not the time to do DJ anymore. But the music is always in my vein, blood.
yeah,
But it's after a while, just when I see just things evolving and with the modern then decided start slowly starting again. And so just I have all my whole connect just starting to have a relationship again with them and starting to understand the see I can keep playing and just then sometimes they remember me so, just I starting to play around in Rome and last week in Mykonos and so just hopefully
yeah. I saw that. Yeah, so you see, so it sounds like you like traveling, like because you were in Mykonos last week. And so is that one of the appeals for DJing for you?
sorry, say again.
Is it one of the appeals, like one of the the thing that attracts you to DJing? Because you obviously do international.
yes, I like to travel, even if, because again, it's something now very, very easy to do. I couldn't do it. Just traveling that much. I mean, but, there were people that actually traveling with the records, but now it's much easier.
Yeah. I mean, it's 200 records. Imagine, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, the weight is so much.
Heavy, and just but the most of the most important things, just back in the day, that it was that just you need to understand exactly what was the crowd. So you need to anticipate what was
Yeah,
the crowd, because
yeah.
you have a limited space of just of records. So 200, yeah, 200, it's a lot. 250. Yeah, we're talking about the three boxes of
Mm,
records. So if you make a mistake, and I did that, I did once, so I completely misread, read the complete, the night, and you're done. You don't have
yeah.
records, anything. You don't have any backup plan. Traveling with that one, again, it was quite hard, especially when you finish your gig at 4 o'clock, then you take all your records back home. Basically, your gig is finished 2 hours later, 3 hours later. To do everything again, taking the records, go back home, and just settle the records back, and then going. If you had the record, you can edit after, then it again. So choosing the record again, go back to the venue, just taking all the records. So it was quite hard, but obviously I enjoyed very much.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I mean, that's interesting because I was talking to someone the other day, and even with, thousands of songs with USBs, there are situations where people don't change. I mean,
Yeah,
the dance nod needs a change, but the person, the DJ, carries on with the original plan. And in the older days when you had set records, of course, I can see why that happened. But now you can adapt, right? You just
yeah.
read and go, okay.
Basically, I guess, in my opinion, the main things for the DJ right now, it's like looking at the crowd, uh, and probably switch immediately if they don't respond to your music. Probably one of the secrets is that according to me, it should be back in the day. Of course, if you have some records, have a different record, you could switch, but the select the record was home, and you need to figure it out. So just in a way, if I were to play in a club that there were more underground music, or more like techno music or something, you need to be prepared, understanding sometimes. No, but this is actually something that I do even right now. When just got the kick, used to go in if it's a new club. I used to go in the club before the gig. Right now, right now, this, in the case, for instance, of Marbella, because of we are in London, but and I let's say 80% of the time I go to the venue and try to understand, and understand the atmosphere, what kind of, just that there are people that are actually joining and probably even my colleagues that actually playing, understand what he's doing, if the people react to what he's doing, and adapt accordingly. Saying that,
It's
the things that actually I don't do, but decide my style, and my style and my music is always that one. So which means the eyes can see, but always feeling one thread. It means that that's what if I don't see just the value, it's not aligned with what I'm playing. I say, look, just say it's not. I'm not the right. So probably, it's better, just to call another one. What I'm not doing is just that, since I'm an Afro house, melodic house guy that won't play techno because I want to play in the game. That's just not me.
yeah, I understand. I mean, I think, like, for me, played some vinyl on Sunday. It was lovely, just take some old vinyl out, play around and have a go. But the thing I noticed was I was more genre with the vinyl than I am with digital.
Okay.
Because my organization is different, right? So with the vinyl, it's a load of records. You go, oh, I love that record. Let's go. With the digital, like I've organized them into different genres, and then and so it's like, do I really want to change from, I don't know, organic to UKG? But I don't think that when I see a record cover.
Yes.
I see a record cover and I go, oh, I love that song, and I don't care if it goes or not. I'm putting it on. You
So,
know,
but again, just that one back in the day, I barely remember just that the DJ was actually recognized from the genre. It was recognized from the music. It was actually a good one or bad one, but it's not because this guy is playing only organic or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
underground. Yes, you're right. Just because the DJ were more adapting in terms of switching genre. Yes,
yeah.
nowadays that you recognize the DJ as a proper sound, or just because you will never, I don't know, you will never, probably you will never see Black Coffee playing art techno. I don't think so. Just so something like that. Instead, probably back in the days, even the famous DJ, they might be with a little bit, I would say, off their own part of the music.
Yeah, I mean, I've just learned something talking with you, because I think the other factor now is that the sets are so short, so they're only an hour. So, like on Sunday, it was like 2.5 hours. So you just jump around, you do your
Yeah.
stuff, and when you get an hour set, you're going to think about the build and the, so I think, yeah, it's really interesting. Bring
Yeah, you said right, because just for instance, I do not remember at all, just back in the days, having a specific slot. If I got, just a one gig, it was a gig for the whole night. I mean, I was the only one. Maybe there were a backup DJ. I mean, the one if you're or just in that, or you're sick, or just you don't feel well during the playing. There was the second one. Normally was there was just the guy that was in the light controller, which is lights, and just using the lights next to you, and then just when this guy play at the end, just probably I don't know, from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, just at the end. So and you this because I have a lot of experience, because I've done a lot of light controller, because to make me play, it took a lot. It took a lot, to play, because people they may tend to take all the night. Instead now it's like works as a lot. Many
Yes,
days you play from 10 to 11:30, and so you are most likely you're going to play your music, or
yeah.
what that music, and not always looking around and see if something is actually appropriate for the crowd. You can
Yeah,
you're changing, and again, it's much easier, because you have a lot of songs, so it's very easy to switch.
I do understand. And I think there's so much in that, and I can tell we could probably speak for hours, because I can sense it. This is something you've thought about for a very long time, which is great. I mean, when you sort of look at what kind of music do you love?
Well, just I always love, just again, I start with, banking and ambient, underground music. That one was just my, let's say, backbone on my, just let even if just it was the night. And at that time, the night, always play underground ambient music, something very melodic all the time. And sometimes, but very rarely, let's say 90 techno. So, but very gentle, not something very hard. And just nowadays, I keep going, and then just my favorite one was Afro House. And but Afro House again is sometimes switch to melodic house and techno, but very gentle one. Deep house, always welcome. And some progressive music, it's fine. Not all of them, but some of them. And if I understand that actually it's the right moment to put that to put that one, a couple of tracks, and just put it on
Yeah.
in the set. But always melodic one. Just
Oh,
one of
good.
the actually mainly it's melodic. Most rarely there are no lyrics in my set. There are probably a couple of tracks without lyrics, but just there are vocal involved most of the time. Yes.
Interesting. That's so interesting. So I'm almost the opposite.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, so I tend to just go towards tracks that don't have vocals and then occasionally drop them in, but it's a really, and it's such a personal taste, right? That's all it is, right? But if you play the vocals, you get the crowd because you're giving them more to play with.
You anticipate me. You anticipate me because just one of the things that I like to say with the book is just because it's recognizable first of all, and just if the crowd knows knows the particular track, sometimes they follow it. It's something that I use it. It's like a trick, just to make the crowd just more excited, and so that's one. Anyway, would say the melodic part is always in my set, always. The one things that probably I do, it's I put something that is not with melody, sorry, with not with vocal. When it's very high energy, then it's
Okay.
because
Yeah.
what I learned about this is actually from a very big DJ back in the days. They told me, just when I was a kid, so just was learning by this guy. They said you need to give space to people. I mean, space to people. It means you don't have to play boom, 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 boom like
Yeah.
this. But
Yeah.
then to give something and then take it back. Give something more and then take it back. Like people not they dance unless there are no drums or high. Anyway, they dance 20 minutes and then that's it. So just
They
to
need to
make
break. Yeah.
exactly, it's too sorry, who's okay like this. You're doing now. I don't know if it's specifically in English, but just you need to take something and then take it back. Give it something more and take it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So in sometimes just when I put some like vocals or something, just our song is recognizable, like something, the crowd is coming out, or something is coming up, something coming up, and then you take it a little bit back and putting something a little bit, just more rhythm without the vocal. Then you take back again, and so that's is something that I do on my set all the time.
Understood. I can absolutely genuinely feel your passion. It's a word that gets overused, I think, in music, and I love music, but you can sense the energy, right? And it's been the great thing about doing this podcast. Everyone's so different, and so I already know what the people can expect from your cassette, which is some variety, but with a melodic heart. I think
Yes.
is a fair way to say it. If you take out like the set in the Garden Club, and obviously I think you probably definitely came via LSA via Buster. And obviously you've been a long-term DJ. So why would you do any work with people like that?
With what? The people we
With
work.
LSA?
Oh, so I work, just for, but because just honestly, when I start to just to DJ again, I put, just when I DJs at the mixer, didn't know how much to use it. So, I went to the LSA base to learn how to use it. So, and then after, after so many years, said, my a very good connection back in the days, but my connection are gone. But there are a lot of people there, just that they're out of the industry right now. They do other things. Even the old DJs, they're doing other stuff. So
Of
even for
course.
me to start it again, just to recreate networking, which is I'm doing right now and try to. So even with the LSA, I found this one quite, it's quite good in socializing or network, find new people. Even this is opportunities actually, it's good. And that's why I go around with Buster. Sometimes I go, just go in the party they organize because want to show up and see if I met other people. So because again, I started it again to make all this net and
Yeah.
now they're actually 100% full commit in the music, which I wasn't before. Uh, I can say it's much easier now. It's not just from the beginning of this year. I actually don't work anymore in finance. Where I was working in finance. Now I'm focusing 100% on this. So I'm studying.
Whoa. You left the best bit till last. So you managed to escape finance into your dream, which happens to be music, right?
And moreover, because I'm learning. One of the things I'm learning the music production basically every day. So even just say people in there, lesson still learning. Yeah, it's a long process, still learning. So that's why I actually around with these people. It's good because, for instance, I met you because of them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I say that everyone goes there initially probably for skills or confidence. They always leave with a network. The network is like the value in on top of everything else. So kudos to those guys and the club. I'm going to wrap it up now. It's been great to speak with you, Illuminati. How can people find you online?
Online, just have, my Instagram, which is actually, I'm trying to improve it right now, is actually Illuminati_sound on Instagram. At the moment, on SoundCloud, it's like Illuminati again. This is the people that actually they can find that, they can find that one. Honestly speaking, I have to tell you that, just I massively need to improve my my social part because I'm an old guy. I know I'm an old school guy. So, I didn't have any social media back in the days. And honestly, I made the mistakes. I didn't, at the beginning, I didn't pay much attention in promoting my social page on Instagram, Facebook, or SoundCloud. And now, just I have to do it. I'm doing it right now, but I understand this is part of the process because now social media is basically your your business card because people that actually when you talk they talk about you. The only things they can do just on the on the social media and check who you are, what you're doing, what you've done. And so I think it's very very important to do
Yeah.
it.
Amen. I think that's why we do things like this because it allows everyone to connect with you properly. It allows everyone to see beyond the music, and that's great. So super to catch up with you, Illuminati, or Max, as I know you, and we will see you in Mallorca.
Yes, definitely. See you soon.
Great to see you. Thank you. Take care.